Hello everyone, myself Ashutosh Bhosle and I welcome to all to my YouTube channel Harmascope Studio. Today we have a special guest who crossed the biggest milestone in the academia. First of all, I would like to congratulate on successful defending your PhD thesis, ma'am. And let's welcome Dr. Harsimran Kaur to this podcast, and thank you for accepting my request to join our podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So let's begin. Ma'am, can you please introduce yourself to the listeners, such as like background, academic journey, and current position?
Okay. My name is Dr. Harsimran Kaur, and my particular background is that I have done a 6-year Doctor of Pharmacy, PharmD degree from Pune College of Pharmacy, Pune. Currently, I was a research scholar from Manipal Academy of Higher Education since the last 4 years. But the day I am recording this podcast, I have successfully defended my PhD thesis, and now I have gotten my PhD degree as well. So my current academic background is that I am a PharmD and a PhD.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Second question for you, ma'am. Can you tell us about your PhD research, about your thesis, what inspired you to choose this topic also?
First of all, Ashutosh, that's a very interesting question.
Yes, thank you.
Because we have to tell this thing to all the viewers, and we have to be saying that in a very simple language.
Yes, ma'am.
So simply telling everyone, my PhD research was focused on managing a deadly poisoning, and that poison is something we use every day in agriculture. That poison we might be able to inhale or maybe ingest also in our daily lives. So that poison was paraquat, and the farmers who have suicidal ideations, they will usually inhale paraquat and then they are admitted to the hospital. The problem with this particular poison is that it is very deadly and 70% of the patients will die. So my whole PhD was focused on finding that if the patients come to the hospital, can we prognose them properly? Can we tell the relatives that what is going to the prognosis? Secondly, also how to manage this poison such that the death rate reduces considerably.
Yes.
So that was my PhD in summary.
Wow, such a good work you have done, ma'am.
Thank you so
Actually,
much.
70% of our Indian sector runs on the farmers only.
Yes.
Like farmers will not harvest their crops, then what we will eat.
Yes,
that is the
true.
biggest. And it's if they are going through this toxicity, then what will happen then?
Yes,
So,
true.
Coming to the third question, ma'am. What were some of the biggest hurdles or challenges you faced throughout your PhD journey, like personal or academic or research related struggles?
So what I would say as a research related problems which I faced was, whenever you're designing a proposal, you need to really sit with yourself for at least 2 days and envision yourself doing the things which you are proposing. When we just write the proposal, we are just going to write the objectives blindly.
Yeah.
We don't know anything about the objectives and we are just writing them.
Yes.
So my first challenge was the objectives which I actually wrote in so much of excitement.
Yes.
And when I'm actually doing them, it's like a completely different lacune which got created in my mind, because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like for writing, I wrote a lot, but when it came to executing them, I had to literally learn a lot. I had to sit with myself, I had to gain new skills, new experiences. Even I got scolded a lot, right? So I would say the main challenge was that gap which I had when I was actually writing a proposal, between to actually completing that objective which I wrote.
Yes.
So that was the first hurdle, and second hurdle which was in the last year of my PhD, which was something which was out of my control. That was my publication.
Yeah.
Right.
At that we need some publications.
So I did everything on time, but everything was left not in my control at all.
Yes, ma'am.
So that was very challenging personally on a mental level. I had to gain a lot of patience and strength in that 6 months period.
Yes,
and these were like my personal as well as research related challenges.
Yes, ma'am. We can relate us in between, because we are since a PhD scholar, and we can know the pain in between.
Yes,
yes,
true.
Yes, so fourth question, like could you share some surprising or unexpected key findings or moments you can come across in your research, like something that had changed your perspective and stood out during the work?
Okay, surprising or unexpected finding. Okay, first I want to share something very personal finding since
Yeah.
I was dealing with patients who had committed suicide, right?
Oh.
So one of the thing I would say, one of a particular case history I actually saw was that the son had taken the poison and they were taking the son to the hospital in the ambulance. I don't know what happened to the father. He was he went on a guilt trip or something. He took the bottle of poison they were actually bringing to the hospital as evidence. He took it and he drank.
Why?
I really don't know. Maybe what was the mental thing of that father, we don't know. But the moment maybe he saw his son, lying on the ambulance, very lifeless, he felt very guilty and he drank paraquat. And now there were not one patient but two patients who were admitted in the same hospital. So that was like a very unexpected case history which I saw. Okay, coming to a research finding which I saw was there is a problem of inadequate capture of data in the Indian scenario.
Yeah.
There is a dearth of big data or data in general, okay,
Yes,
which makes it difficult to make a model or maybe generate some evidence, okay. Especially in the poisoning area, it is not under proper surveillance like other communicable diseases are, but poisoning is not documented anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
Even though there are poison control centers, they don't have the responsibility of documenting the poisonings.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Right, which could actually pave the way of us banning the agents, right, which people are using as poisons.
Yeah.
So this was very surprising to me that this is a issue which needs regulation from the government's end.
Yeah.
But I thought the major chunk which the government could do in this area, that is poisoning of pesticides, was not being carried out. That is something I want to take forward in the future as well.
Yes.
In a more societal perspective.
Yes.
So that would be my findings.
Yeah. This is the great hurdles and the unexpected key moments and findings that you have faced. And I wish someone should not do like this.
Yeah, true.
And should not face this situation, because we are at the end, we are the human beings, we feel bad. So
I just want to add one thing in this. For doing a research, right, you feel that you have to achieve the sample size.
Yes.
But in my research, I didn't even want to achieve that, because for me to achieve a sample size, someone had to commit suicide and come. So that was the biggest dilemma. Like, should I be happy when a patient is coming, or should I be worried that why did they come? So that's the research about poisoning. It actually puts you into a dilemma to be happy or sad. That's how it is.
But at the end of your research, it is going to contribute to the society.
Yes, that is
this
true.
is the poison, it should be avoided.
Yes, no, that is true. That is something which I'm contributing in a larger level, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for this question. Coming to the fifth question, many students are intimidated by the idea of doing PhD. What advice would you give to the someone considering a PhD, especially in the field of pharmacy practice?
Okay. Yes, many students are intimidated by PhD, and that is actually a thought which is propagated by a lot of unsuccessful PhD stories throughout India. Okay, that is an subjective experience which is repeated so many times that we get scared of doing a PhD. My first step would be always do a PhD if you are actually passionate about it.
Keen interested.
Yes, if you are actually keen about pursuing a research and then publishing your thesis, going forward in an academic sense, then only you should do a PhD. PhD is not about gaining doctor in front of your name. PhD is not just a title. It's 4 to 5 years or maybe more years of time spent, money spent, your energy spent, sacrifices, not only you, the family as well. So you have to consider everything, not just going by the title. You have to consider all these things, what you have to pay actually for doing a PhD, okay? So the main tip I would do is know completely that if you want to do a PhD or not. That would be my first and foremost tip. And secondly, I would say in pharmacy practice, there is a lot of scope, because doctors nowadays, except Mahe, Doctors anywhere don't have time for research, right?
Yes.
Pharmacy practice works very closely with the clinical field.
Clinicians.
So then we can actually do the things the doctors are not able to capture.
Yes.
So we can be their right hand in terms of research.
Yes.
They can have the clinical knowledge, we can have the research, right?
Yes, ma'am. Right.
So I would say it has a lot of scope, and you can choose any disease, you can choose whatever you like,
Yes.
and based on your feasibility and your guide, you can perform that research.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Correct. One more question. Now, that's your PhD journey is completed. Then what's your next steps for you? What like upcoming opportunities, or what you are going to do a postdoc, and what are the future directions for?
Okay, currently as we speak, I'm already employed in NIV Pune. I would say my future direction would be going to the field of health economics and outcomes research. Considering my master's thesis was on economic analysis, and now my PhD, I gained all the skills regarding evidence-based synthesis, systematic review, meta-analysis. So all in all, I have a health technology assessment perspective experience, right?
Yes.
So currently the employment is also in that particular center itself. In the future, regarding the postdoc, I need a specific area, particularly related to economics.
Yes.
If I do get that, then I'll be happy to pursue a postdoc.
Yes.
However, I am satisfied with the job in currently I am, and I would say for everyone after a PhD, you should have a breather. You should carefully measure your next steps.
Yes.
Since now you are a PhD already,
Yes.
right? So yeah, that would be my future perspective. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And one last question: what message will you give to the juniors or someone who wish to come in Manipal and do their PhD in the Department of Pharmacy Practice? And how you feel about the Department of Pharmacy Practice, the environment and the nature provided by all those people who have helped you? Give some insights from your side.
Okay, so I would say that MAHE, as in the university, since it is the #1 private university in India,
Yes.
it will have a lot of facilities which, if you know how to utilize them, then you will have a lot of papers, to be
Yes,
honest,
ma'am. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when you say money wise or facilities wise, it has access to mostly everything
Yes.
for research.
Yes.
And that was like the main part, it's like the main highlight of a PhD. If you can utilize it, please utilize and have a lot of publications.
Yes, ma'am.
Coming to the people, if you know the language, it becomes easier for you.
Yes, correct.
However, it was a challenge for me since I have come from the northern side of India.
Yes.
But still, after a few ups and downs, you can navigate the people here, you can navigate your co-workers, you can actually interact with them, you can extract knowledge from them. So yeah, everything is navigatable, figure outable. If you actually are doing a PhD, which you always wanted, if you are actually passionate about completing your research.
Yes, ma'am.
So coming to MAHE for a PhD is a plus point if you know how to utilize that plus point. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's how it is.
Yeah, I think this session will be very, very important and useful for the students who are eager to join in the Manipal, know about how the research is going on. And once again, I would like to congratulations
Thank you.
Harsimran Kaur ma'am, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Thank you so much, Ashutosh. Thank you.
Yes.